ultimate success, the pivot is an essential phenomenon. It's often perceived as counterintuitive, but for most enduring fortunes, changing direction, sometimes dramatically, is not merely common, it's a critical element of sustained growth.
And relevance. The most resilient enterprises are built by those willing to reassess their trajectory and alter course. This means recognizing when your initial path, regardless of its previous success, will no longer lead to continued advancement.
You see it in legends like Steve Jobs. His journey wasn't linear. After his departure from Apple, he didn't cease. He pivoted, co-founding Next, which provided the technological and experiential foundation for his return to Apple and its monumental turnaround.
Exactly. His direction shifted from niche workstations to revolutionary consumer electronics. For me, that meant constantly seeking the next curveball, the next opportunity, even if it meant abandoning something that was already bringing in serious cash. This is Billionaire Take, and today we examine why most billionaires change direction at least once.
Consider Reed Hastings and Netflix. Their initial disruption of DVD by mail was highly successful, but they didn't become complacent. They foresaw the acceleration of internet capabilities and the emergence of digital content.
Despite widespread skepticism, they executed a monumental pivot to streaming. Imagine the courage to essentially disrupt your own highly successful enterprise. That's the hustler's gut check. Feeling that pulse, even when it's telling you to tear down what you built.
As a strategist, these profound pivots necessitate a deep intellectual shift. You invest years building models of market dynamics, then a paradigm shift occurs. To pivot, you must be willing to dismantle deeply held convictions.
And rebuild. For me, when that gut feeling hits, change course now. It's terrifying. You're risking everything you've built, but the alternative is slow, inevitable failure. The thrill of starting again, but with accumulated wisdom, is what fuels you.
I've lived through moments where our projections, our meticulously built models, suddenly didn't align with reality. The hardest part isn't admitting you're wrong, it's deciding to dismantle something successful to build something even better.
I remember pouring everything into a venture, seeing it grow. Then, I had a booming distribution network, a cash cow. But I saw digital disruptors coming. I had to make the call to invest heavily in a new, unproven online platform, practically cannibalizing my own business. It was the toughest financial pivot I ever made, but it secured our future.
That decision to divest, to redirect capital and talent to a nascent, riskier venture, was met with internal resistance. But the data, the long-term vision, demanded it. That was a defining pivot for our enterprise. It required admitting your master plan needed a complete rewrite.
And the beauty of that is the sheer audacity of starting again with accumulated wisdom. You're not starting from zero. You're starting from experience, from lessons learned, and that makes you incredibly dangerous. These shifts force you to grow. You step into unknown territories, deal with entirely new challenges.
This brings us to the ethical and professional implications. When a significant pivot is undertaken, it demands unwavering transparency and clear communication with all stakeholders. Employees must understand the new vision. Investors must be convinced.
It's about leading with integrity, even when the path changes. It makes you sharper, more adaptable. You discover strengths you didn't know you had. The constant evolution keeps you hungry, keeps you alive.
Beyond the numbers, these pivots often define your legacy. For me, it was realizing that true wealth isn't just accumulation, it's about optimizing impact. That shift in purpose can lead to the most profound changes in direction.
where focus moves from profit margins to societal contribution. It's about not being tied to a single product or company, but to your ability to build, to adapt, to conquer. It makes you feel truly alive.
The world is dynamic. What works today may be obsolete tomorrow. The most enduring wealth isn't built by rigidity, but by relentless adaptability. It's the ultimate competitive advantage.
So, don't fall in love with a single idea. Fall in love with solving problems. Be ready to rip up the old blueprint if a better, stronger one emerges. That's the hustle.
That's the billionaire mindset in action. This isn't about impulsiveness. It's about intelligent, calculated evolution. It's recognizing that the future belongs to those who can learn, unlearn, and relearn.
Because frequently, it's by charting these new courses that the greatest innovations, the most impactful contributions, and indeed, the most enduring fortunes are forged.
The capacity to change direction is not indicative of indecision. It is the definitive competitive advantage in an incessantly evolving world.